pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We get economic development 100.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
That's, you guys did discuss.
Okay.
We can do that before we. I was telling Amy, being we, and I don't know of anything they'd be paid for,
Me neither, not right now.
and I told her, I says, why can't we just have, Larry Wenham and a couple of them come in and sit down and say, okay, what are we looking at?
Yeah.
You know, that makes no difference whether we hang on to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could buy it off on them 50, but I would prefer they come in with pictures.
And you'd making your motion to, amend the accounts payable, not to pay the economic development, is that what you wanna do?
I don't want to say not pay them, but I would say, visit with them before we make the decision.
Okay,
Yeah.
however you want to put it.
Yeah, I'll make the motion to approve the, agenda minutes and any liquor licenses.
No.
And the accounts payable,
Nope.
minus the, economic development payment. I would like to visit with one of the board members or a few of the board members before we turn that loose right now.
And I didn't get any minutes.
They just went, I was waiting for her resolution, she just rescinded it. But yeah, in hold or whatever, but otherwise it's been sent to you guys.
Okay. Minus the accounts payable minus the payment to economic development, right?
Yes, sir.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
What did I do last week? Maybe nothing. Where'd I go?
In the field and have
I don't think farming's started.
Well, I'm just gonna have to skip it then. I can tell them what I did in the field and
Right.
things I had trouble with. My kid ate the solar bell up on the combine the other night. He come out of that cab, white as a sheet, he says, Dad, it blew up. I said, what do you mean? Oh, he says, it does funny noises and things that you can't imagine. This belt's about this wide, about this thick,
Oh,
and it decided to come apart,
Starts whapping.
running about 800 RPM. Okay, that's my report.
Yeah,
That's not going into, that was nice.
right. I had a slow week last week too, but I do have a, meeting, tomorrow with, the new, tax sale laws through ISAC, so yeah, on that too.
So, Mr. Mayberry, driveway variance.
Yes, oh golly, last week I went out to visit a resident out in Lake Ohana on Cattail Bend. He had a new house built with one of those 3-car garage setups. And yeah, you can put it up there and it won't show it. Beacon just shows empty lots, and then Google Maps the aerial view will show the house there, but if you get a straight view, it's,
Yeah.
nothing's there. But, anyway, it was set up, kind of a standard these days, a double car garage with a single right next to it.
Cattail
And his,
days.
yeah, it's, did you get the right address? Yeah.
Cattail.
Yeah.
Good one.
Anyway, the driveway coming out of, yeah, you can see there's nothing there.
Sure.
The driveway coming out of his single car garage comes out a little ways from the house and angles over, and he's got, his driveway going into the double. You can't really get a car into the single car garage now, probably a riding lawnmower or something like that's fine. The neighbor across the street from him has the same setup, but his contractor brought the driveway straight out. I was wanting something more like that. So we talked a little bit about the driveway ordinance. He said, well, you submit a driveway application that will deny, because right now he's got 22 feet at the curb and 24 is the maximum for residential. I measured it off with him. He's looking more like 32 feet. So I, talked with him about the process. I said, submit an application, we'll deny it, then submit a variance, and we'll take it to the board. Don't see it as controversial at all. In fact, the guy across the street has probably a wider driveway than he does. So we would recommend approval of the driveway widening variance.
Since it's paved, it's not a 55-mile-an-hour
Right,
drive.
right, yeah.
I'd make the motion to approve the variance for 23006 Cattail Bend.
I will second that motion, approve the variance to the approximate width of 32 feet, right?
Yes.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, there's a place for you to mark approved and then your signature. Good. The second item, something that we talked about, I think the last time I was here. Last month I went to the Hungry Canyons Alliance fall meeting and presented a application for some Hungry Canyons funding to help us with a greenwood structure replacement. The Hungry Canyons maximum allowable is 160,000, and we were approved for that. They participate in the grade control portion of the entire structure, and it just so happens that grade control portion was worth 160,000. The total project is going to be closer to $500,000. This is something that Jake has budgeted. So after that meeting, the scoring committee approved our request. We then got a project agreement from Hungry Canyons Alliance, and need to have that signed, 2 copies today, signed by the board chairman. And basically, this is the project agreements that I think you guys have seen a few of. Just kind of outlines who's going to do what and when. It is a reimbursable amount, so Jake will spend the entire amount, then we'll ask for the reimbursement of $160,000.
Hungry Canyon has always been good to work with.
They really have.
Yeah,
They really
They
have.
have put a lot of money in all the counties around
It's a
here.
great
and
program.
as it turns out, there's still a pretty good amount of funds there, so we're looking for a couple of other structures to do the same thing. That's and I think John Thomas is leaving. I think
Yes.
last meeting was his last one. Paul Osman, who's currently the Crawford County engineer, is gonna take over for John, and Paul is retiring. He told me he was going to stick around till the next budget cycle is done, so February, March, he'll be out of Crawford County, and someone else will take his place.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not you.
No. So, looking for a signature on this Hungry Canyon.
I would make the motion to have the board chair sign the Hungry Canyon Alliance agreement for $160,000.
Get a motion made and seconded to authorize chair to sign Hungry Canyon Alliance Agreement for $150,000. Any other questions, comments? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And that top line there, both of those, Richard, sign and date. The next one's a little easier. It's something we done, again, I think it was the last time I was here, for the motor grader equipment training. It was sent back to Jackson Heavy Equipment. They noticed that the agreement was actually expired. So we're re-signing this. The price didn't change. He comes down and trains up to 10 people for $3,600. So it's a
Good.
re-signing of the same agreement with a new date on it.
I would make the motion to re-sign the grader training agreement with the new dates and cost as previously approved.
I'll second that motion on the re-signed grader training agreement.
Mouthful.
Top line there, Richard. Fill in the rest. I'm tempted if we don't have 10 people sign that, to take it and get in the seat of a grader. Could be dangerous. Might be fun. Okay, what else we got? We have the weed commissioner certification form. And this is to certify that Kyle Anderson will be the weed commissioner. So there's a spot to sign that certification form, as well as page 5 of our annual report to the state commission.
Good vote.
You did a motion in a second, but you did not.
We have a motion and a second on re-signing grader training agreement. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Skip that part.
You just started on, you gotta slow down again.
This weed commissioner form reminds me of my wife. She had me, she has birds and bird feeders and flowers.
Mhm.
She wanted me to mow around the pretty yellow flowers that were out there. And I started mowing around them, and I realized they were cockleburs.
Oh, boy.
So I said, if we don't get them mowed, honey, I said, the county might be out here.
Still, I can think of a school, it sounds
Yeah.
important by name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, you realize those are cockleburs, right?
Pretty pretty. Let's see if that's on there. Yep, there it is. They're found in our county, but not a problem.
Right.
I can remember my uncle and my dad, they had the first 2,4-D sprayers and all the stuff, and they got this product, and they said, by God, we're gonna get rid of cockleburs. That was 60-some years ago. I'll tell you what, boys, we still got
Still here,
cockleburs.
Kyle was the weed commissioner.
Yes, yeah. So we need the board chair's signature on the certification form for Kyle, as well as the annual weed report.
I would make the motion to Have the chair sign the 2025 weed commissioner certificate.
Second, been a motion made and seconded to sign the 2025 Weed Commissioner Certification Form for Kyle Anderson. Is that just for a year?
I believe so. I believe this is an annual thing. Yeah. We sign the certification at the same time we're giving them our annual report, which basically just tells them, what chemicals we've used at the amounts, and then a little informational thing on what types of these noxious weeds do you have in your county. There's found, they're a problem in the county, found but not a problem, not known in the county, and can't identify this plant. So most of the list are found and not a problem, or not known in the county. There's that one, Richard, and then the second line here for the.
Okay. One?
Oh, and just a little note on that Hungry Canyons Alliance program. Our estimated cost of the grade control portion of that structure is $200,000, and they participate 80% of that. That's where we got the 160. I think I may have misspoke and said that the grade control structure was 160.
We got okay this one? All those in favor of having Kyle Anderson as the weed commissioner?
Aye.
Aye.
Kyle's a good weed commissioner.
Well, I never knew that one, he never knew he was.
Well, it's better than having the engineer do it. That's
Yeah.
kind of what we have to go through.
That's a good program doing too.
Well, and now that we have actual IRVM
Yes.
crew, it just makes sense. That's what they do, so. Okay, I believe that is all I've got for today. If you have any questions or anything,
I don't.
Jake did want me to remind you that after the meeting, if you have time, you're welcome to come down to the meeting he's in.
So that just popped up on my schedule.
It's the same firm that years ago we put together a local road safety plan, a nice little document. I thought this was just kind of updating that, but he said it's a little different. They were meeting with as many Mills County department, and well, not just Mills County, but city as well, department heads, getting ideas of what can be made safer intersection wise, road wise. Law enforcement would be a good participant for that. I don't know who will show up. The firm did say they've had counties where everybody's been invited and no one shows up. So anyway, we'll get what we get down there, and then the afternoon session, we'll talk about implementation of the ideas that came up this morning. So I believe the afternoon session starts at 12:30, so I'll be there for that. I think I'll be too busy this morning to attend the morning session. So,
Well, thank you, sir.
It's good information. The last guy that I went down and they had a safety meeting period, and had a state trooper come in and talk about weight how to haul stuff, you know, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of questions, a lot of good answers for everybody. You know, the guy that hauls most of it, he says, I'm the hauler. He says, good. He says, pay attention. And, you know, he says, you can read everything you need to know, weight of your equipment. You divide it by 4 because you anchor in 4 places. But your chain only has to hold this. I didn't realize this. I thought it had to hold the whole thing. No, it just has to hold 1/4 of this, you know.
You independently
Yeah.
chain each
Yeah.
each wheel.
And every third chain link has the weight of the chain.
Several years ago, one of our local contractors' employees lost a dozer on 221st Street. Fortunately, no one was injured except for the dozer. And when our road foreman went out to respond and look at what happened, the contractor's employee told him, yeah, the chain broke. The key word being the chain. One chain. So it does happen, and
3 or 4 of them.
usually you're not that lucky. A passing car or something happens and someone's hurt.
We get a portrait out here of Tom Barron came down Friday night for the ball game to wrap out a trainer. He lives up around Pisgah. They lost a tractor and 2 combines. He said the combine was going so fast, burning so fast that they got the disc around and stuff. And he says the other ones they got lost out in the smoke and bad deal.
That wasn't the Beanfield fire near Coyne? It was
No, this was up north.
okay. Yeah.
And I don't know where the one was Saturday, south of town here on Noise. It said west of 275. We was down the hole. We saw smoke and that's good enough.
I didn't see it. Okay, thanks. We'll see you again sometime.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it very much. Did Patrick stay around? Did he?
I'm sure he did.
We could be done by 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have to go to work, Bonnie.
Are you?
Yeah.
I guess.
Both my helpers had to go to the doctor this morning.
Pick
Well,
one
you're back
yourself.
till noon, so
Be nice.
I'll just get things ready.
Okay.
What you looking there, Patrick?
To purchase 4 replacement scanners. These are the barcode scanner for use in law enforcement vehicles when they're issuing citations. I just try to get a few every year, so we cycle them through. So I'm doing 4 this year. It's a budget item. It's through Eltron Corporation.
Ultron.
The total is $1,680.50. 1680.50.
I would approve, make a motion to approve the purchase of 4 law enforcement barcode scanners to Eltron for the amount of $1680.50. This is a budgeted item through the sheriff's department, through your department.
Second. Been motion made and seconded to approve the purchase of 4 law enforcement barcode scanners. They are budgeted in the IT department at a cost of $1,680.50 total, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Are there any other questions, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Short meeting then.
Where's the rest of it at?
Are you done?
Let's have discussion on anything.
I know today, Lonnie,
I don't, just again on the economic development, I just think we
yeah, if they want,
have.
I don't know what they can use it for, there's nobody there.
You know, maybe they have a plan, but it'd be nice to have them come in and discuss it with us.
Yep.
Our local offices, budget's tight, so it would be nice to free up some of that if we had to.
Motion to adjourn.
I would make a motion to adjourn at 8:43.
I will second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.